Thank you for visiting the Combs Waterkotte website and our YouTube channel. Our criminal defense law firm in Missouri has over 400 perfect reviews and a long history of client satisfaction, dismissals, charge reductions, and victories. We have created these audio articles to help protect your freedom and rights. If hired for your case, we'll not give up until you get fair justice. Federal Espionage and National Security Violations Attorney in Missouri. When you're accused of federal espionage or national security violations, your life can change in an instant. These cases often involve classified information, international politics, and agencies with enormous resources. The Missouri federal defense attorneys at Combs Waterkotte understand the stakes, and we know how to fight back. Whether you're under investigation or already charged, we build powerful, strategic defenses grounded in constitutional law, forensic analysis, and national security experience. What is espionage and national security violations under federal law? Federal espionage and national security violations involve unauthorized access to, disclosure of, or transmission of information that could compromise U.S. national defense, intelligence operations, or international relations. These offenses are prosecuted under laws designed to protect sensitive data and government integrity, even when no physical harm occurs. The Espionage Act, primarily codified at 18 U.S.C. sections 792 to 798, criminalizes gathering, transmitting, or mishandling national defense information with intent to harm the U.S. or benefit a foreign power. Related charges can involve the mishandling of classified documents, unauthorized disclosures, or acting as an unregistered agent for a foreign nation. Espionage and national security violations may also include transferring classified information to unauthorized persons, accessing government databases without clearance, photographing or mapping defense installations, cyber intrusions to obtain sensitive defense data. What is espionage in national security? It's the act of obtaining or communicating national defense information to harm the U.S. or help a foreign entity, often using covert methods. But even unintentional or negligent handling of such information can still lead to charges. What is the federal law for espionage? Multiple statutes apply, but most charges stem from the Espionage Act and other national security provisions under Title 18. These laws cover not only foreign spying, but also mishandling or leaking classified material domestically. Key federal espionage statutes and national security laws. Federal espionage and national security prosecutions rely on a complex framework of statutes, primarily from Title 18 and Title 50 of the U.S. Code. These laws are designed to protect classified intelligence, military operations, and national defense infrastructure. Espionage Act, 18 U.S.C. sections 792 to 798. Section 793. Gathering, transmitting, or losing national defense information. Section 794. Delivering defense information to aid a foreign government carries a potential life sentence or death penalty. Section 798. Unauthorized disclosure of classified communications intelligence. Other critical federal statutes. 18. U.S. Code Section 951. Acting as an agent of a foreign government without notice to the Attorney General. 18 U.S. Code Section 1030. Computer Fraud and Abuse Act. Applies when sensitive government systems are accessed without authorization. 50 U.S.C. Sections 1801 to 1885. Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, FISA. regulates lawful electronic surveillance for intelligence purposes. 50 U.S.C. Sections 421 to 426. Intelligence Identities Protection Act prohibits revealing the identity of covert agents. What is the penalty for violating the Espionage Act? Depending on the statute, penalties range from 10 years to life imprisonment, and even capital punishment in wartime cases under Section 794. What are the penalties for federal espionage and national security offenses? Federal penalties for espionage and national security offenses are among the harshest in the U.S. Criminal Code. Depending on the nature of the charges and the defendant's intent, a conviction can result in long-term imprisonment, asset forfeiture, or even the death penalty. Defense strategies from a Missouri espionage and national security lawyer. Espionage and national security cases often hinge on questions of motive, knowledge, classification, and due process. At Combs Waterkotte, our Missouri federal espionage and national security violations attorneys examine every element of the case to identify flaws in the government's charges and develop a strategy built to win, or mitigate the damage wherever possible. Lack of intent to harm the U.S. Many espionage statutes require the government to prove intent to injure the United States or benefit a foreign power. We may show that your actions were negligent, misunderstood, or never meant to harm national interests. Challenging classification. Not all sensitive information is legally classified, and even if it is, it must meet proper standards. We can challenge whether the information was truly national defense information or whether it was improperly classified after the fact. Unlawful search or surveillance. If evidence was obtained through unconstitutional surveillance, wiretaps, or FISA abuses, we may move to suppress it. This can severely weaken the prosecution's case or even lead to dismissal. First Amendment or whistleblower protection. In some situations, the accused may have engaged in protected speech or attempted to expose government wrongdoing. We explore these avenues carefully where applicable. Mistaken identity or fabrication. When intelligence cases involve multiple actors or third-party sources, it's not uncommon for misidentifications or false accusations to occur. We scrutinize every agency report, witness, and informant claim for inconsistencies. Expert testimony. We work with national security experts, former intelligence personnel, and classification specialists to challenge the government's narrative and explain your side to a jury or judge in clear terms. Why choose us as your Missouri federal espionage and national security violations lawyers? At Combs Waterkotte, you get a rare blend of national security law insight and seasoned federal defense, backed by the discretion and responsiveness Missouri clients expect. What you get with our firm: confidential access to Federal Espionage Defense Counsel, proven defense against DOJ, FBI, NSA, and DIA charges, expert resources in national security and clearance issues, discreet case handling that safeguards your reputation. Why clients choose Combs Waterkotte. Federal court experience in both Eastern and Western districts. Thousands of complex felonies resolved, many pretrial. Strategic focus on both legal defense and reputation control. Trusted by high-profile defendants across Missouri. Missouri Federal Espionage Defense with national reach. Federal espionage cases require more than local insight. They demand national resources and experience. From offices in St. Louis, Clayton, and Kansas City, our attorneys defend clients statewide in high-stakes investigations involving the FBI, NSA, DOJ, and classified materials. We're ready to act immediately to protect your rights. Contact a Missouri federal espionage and national security violations lawyer today. Your response to a federal investigation is critical. Contact Combs Waterkotte or call 314-900-HELP to speak with a lawyer experienced in espionage and national security defense. Before it's too late.